2077. It's for a different story, but I've heard that Cyberpunk 2077 was pulled from the PlayStation Store. Okay, and my true opinion about, you know, all this, you know, backlash on Cyberpunk 2077. Again, I will say this right now. We need to chill on that. That's for a different...
Either gone completely whacked or I'm having a mystical moment.
What's that chick's name? The one with the hair?
Misty? More likely a neuron misfire for Victor to check out. Maybe ask them both.
Don't worry about it. Because it was dialogue. But in the end, I want to say this. Okay, so if Sony pulls out Cyberpunk from the store, why did Sony not do that with Anthem at launch? It was so fucking broken that it couldn't be played. You can go up Fallout 76, couldn't do that either. Then they do it with Cyberpunk. The only thing I think that was CG Projekt Red's decision. Period. There's nothing else. Because if Sony supposedly pulled it out, right? Supposedly pulled it out, yada 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 la la la. If they're the ones that pulled it out, then why they haven't done it with all the other broken ass games? And I think all of us as gamers had an expectation for Cyberpunk. Expectation thinking that this game is going to be the game of the century, the game of the next, you know, CG Projekt Red's jewel. And I think we all had that huge expectation going into it like that, and then it was buggy as shit, which I'm lucky I didn't run into any. I honestly think, in my straight up opinion, as gamers, we forced them out here. As much as we waited 9 years for that development and all this other stuff, and, you know, specifically that, but we are not patient enough as people to see it. And this, again, I'm gonna say this, the hardware is old. I know people know the hardware for the PS4 Pro is old as hell, and it runs better on the PS5 and the new Xbox and all that stuff, and the Xbox Series X and all that, because that's new hardware, so it will run better. And I honestly think that was CG Projekt Red that pulled it out of the Sony store. As much as we don't think they did. I need to grind up for some money before I head over there, but for story, anything I can go kill and go do murder. Let me go do that real quick. Just to get some money and shit to get the 1500 to start the next story mission. In my first playthrough, I did not know that. That was on me. I had to learn it the hard way. But in the end, as gamers, we need to chill back. Okay, Cyberpunk is a very good game mechanically, and story has a lot of meaning to it, and I think a lot of people miss the meanings and the phrases that they say. Those are really deep philosophy meanings, and they're straight up true. I am lucky that I don't have any bugs, okay? I might have run into some audio glitches now and then. I don't care. I'm here for the freaking story. I've already beaten the damn story, so I don't really honestly care now. I'm on my next path, which is I'm playing Street Kid. I started off with Corporal. My friend's about to play Corporal today. But I really want to put across, we all have to chill as gamers. Yeah, CG, and this is not EA or Activision. Okay, we can't, you know, connect them as and compare them as, you know, EA or Activision, because they're not. They're not EA or Activision or Ubisoft. How many times have we gave EA, Activision, Ubisoft so many passes? So many passes. The new Call of Duty season is lazy as hell. But why aren't we talking about it? Because this is typical Activision being lazy and scummy, and they get away with all that shit. Same as EA, and we're not getting on their asses for that. And we're not getting on, you know, the bigger companies' asses, but because of one fuck up that CD Projekt Red admitted and apologized for, and that was probably out of the developers' hands because it's the higher ups. I don't give CD Projekt Red a pass either for not showing people the, you know, base PS4 bugs and shit. I get that that isn't fair and that is scummy, but that's still not on the developer's decision. They don't deserve that death threats. They don't deserve what they're getting. Those are developers are innocent because they're not the ones that are controlling the launch. They're not the ones that are controlling any of that. It all comes down to the investors. It comes down to the higher ups. It will always come down to the higher ups. It will never, ever, 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 ever come down to developers for the launches. And we all need to realize that as gamers and as players, we need to realize that it always comes down to the investors and it comes down to the higher ups. We should be targeting them. We shouldn't be targeting the developers because the developers do what they're told. They do what they're told. They have no control over it. But we're going to give CG Projekt Red, I will give them a pass because on the bugs and shit and all that, yes, I'm gonna give them a pass on that. And if you want to compare it to Fallout 76 with bugs, absolutely. But the core mechanics, no. Story, no. That's just lazy. If you want to compare it to Fallout 76 and Anthem with bugs, abso-fucking-lutely. That's fine. But when it comes to story and when it comes to core mechanics and gun mechanics and, you know, sure, alright. That works with me, and that works. All right, sure, man. That's respectable. But Fallout 70, I'm giving CG Projekt Red one more chance. I'm not getting the refund because I'm enjoying my game. My friends are enjoying the game. We're bug-free. We're lucky. We're fucking lucky. We are fucking lucky that we didn't run into any of that. Fuck. Fuck you, 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 enemies. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. We have to give them certain breaks and passes when we know these are not EA or Activision. So we just have to sit here and respect that, yeah, they fucked up. They admitted they fucked up. They said they did, and I think that, again, I really do think that was on CG Projekt Red that pulled it out, not Sony. I disagree, that wasn't Sony that pulled it out, because it really wasn't. I don't think, and that's what I want to know. Everybody, how many times have we had a broken game, but Sony never pulled it out of the fucking store? When Star Wars Battlefront 2 had that big issue, and when Fallout 76 was buggy as all shit. How in the hell did they not get it pulled from the store? Please fucking tell me, when does that ever happen? Please tell me when that ever, quote, happened in gaming with those companies. Never. And I think that CG Projekt Red pulled it out and did their job. And did it, dude. They did it and they pulled it, and that's okay. Let's see if I don't, well, I'm going to grind a little bit more for some more money and see if I have enough. But that's all we want to say. Like, we are gamers targeting CG Projekt Red, and we really should give them one more chance. We know they will fix these games, and we are all tired of, you know, broken ass games. I agree with that statement, and I am too. But this isn't EA or Activision or Ubisoft, because I can go on in this video for hours and 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 hours about Division 2's bugs, and they still haven't fixed them. And they say they did, but they didn't. And they update, then it causes more bugs. They don't try to fix their bugs, they just leave it there. That's called laziness, and that's true. But if we all want to bitch and complain, I honestly feel like it's... remember how broken The Witcher Wild Hunt was? That game was unplayable. But what happened to it became the game of the year because we were patient enough to wait, and they made it a beauty. So if we can't really wait that hard, what are we as a human race? The human race is disgusting. We're disgusting as humans if we cannot be patient. If we cannot accept that, yeah, they fucked up, CG Project Red. I feel like, again, I'm still gonna say this now. I'm gonna say this right fucking now, that I feel like we pressured the studio as players. A lot of us, like, I could wait another fucking while, and I didn't mind if it was delayed again. I will even admit, Young, yeah, if you watch this video, I apologize that I went off on you on your freaking chat. It's just that it's tiring to hear you talk about complaints. I know your job is to do videos and stuff and gaming news, and I apologize ahead of time about that. It's just tiring to hear that consistently, and it irritates because it's just like, and I get there's nothing really to talk about in the gaming industry until what happened with Sony. Even I'm making a video, and I'm an indie video user, and I don't do a lot of videos. It's big because I want to know, why does Sony not pull out Anthem or Fallout 76? Because that game was unplayable. Those both are unplayable, and I don't understand. And I think it's because it's EA, Activision, and Ubisoft, where it doesn't matter to them if, you know, the game's broken or not. And I think CG Project Red was the one that pulled it out of the PlayStation Store for further notice, and I think that's them. And that's all I really want to say, and that is very consumer friendly. If that was, you know, CG Project Red that told Sony to do that, then are we still going to shit on them if it really is them that did it? Are we still going to bitch and complain if that's what they did and that's consumer friendly, and we're still going to rip on them? So, okay, then what kind of person are we if we're gonna still rip on them if that was truly them that pulled it out of the PlayStation Store digitally? I am lucky that I haven't ran into any of the bugs that people reported. Again, I like visual bugs. I like to see visual bugs. I might be different than some of the gamers out there. I laugh at the visual bugs. I love to laugh and see how ugly or throwback they look. You know, it's just how it is. We all have different opinions, and we all have to accept them. And I know this stream is me rambling on, but it's just how I feel. And that's all. And I will chat with you whenever I feel like streaming again. PlayStation.